The Rolling Stones are one of the most legendary rock bands in the history of world music. Since forming in the early 1960s, the British band has not only produced iconic songs, but has also been involved in numerous conflicts and controversies, both internally and externally. Beyond disputes among band members, several other musicians have clashed with the Rolling Stones, either directly or indirectly, through criticism, cultural rivalry, or legal battles. 1. Richard Ashcroft and the Verve. One of the most famous conflicts involving the Rolling Stones was not a personal feud with another rock artist, but a copyright dispute with the Britpop band The Verve. Their hit song, Bittersweet Symphony, sampled an orchestral version of The Last Time, a song originally written by Mick Jagger and Keith Richards. Although permission had been obtained from the owners of the original recording, Rolling Stones label ABKCO Records claimed the usage exceeded the agreed terms. As a result, ABKCO took 100% of the songwriting credits and royalties. The dispute lasted for years until 2019, when Jagger and Richards returned the songwriting credits and royalties to Richard Ashcroft. 2. Elton John. British pop legend. Elton John has had a long-standing verbal feud with Keith Richards and the Rolling Stones in general. In several interviews, Elton made harsh remarks about the band, criticizing their music and live performances. He once famously described them as sounding like monkeys with arthritis and suggested the band would be better off without Keith Richards. Richards, in turn, has also made dismissive comments about Elton John, particularly when criticizing pop music. 3. Lemmy Kilmister, Motorhead. Motorhead frontman Lemmy Kilmister was one of the Rolling Stones' most outspoken critics. In his autobiography and multiple interviews, Lemmy described the Stones as middle-class mama's boys and criticized their live performances, calling them weak and overly image-driven. While he acknowledged that the Rolling Stones made great records, Lemmy maintained that their stage performances were far from impressive. 4. Ginger Baker, Cream. Legendary drummer Ginger Baker of Cream also expressed his dislike for the Rolling Stones. Baker openly stated that he had no interest in being around their shows and harshly criticized the band members, excluding drummer Charlie Watts, whom he labeled as musically incompetent. His blunt remarks reflected the intense opinions and rivalries among musicians during the classic rock era. 5. John Lennon, The Beatles. Although the Beatles and the Rolling Stones are often portrayed as friendly rivals of the 1960s, John Lennon did not always hide his criticism of Mick Jagger and the band. In interviews, Lennon made sarcastic remarks about the Rolling Stones, positioning them as direct competitors and suggesting that they followed in the Beatles' artistic footsteps. These comments highlight how rivalry between major bands of the era often included sharp public statements.